Hey guys, it's Sherry with Sharon Sherry, and I am here for a quick project share. I created a pocket letter for a challenge over at IAMMAMA24. She's having a challenge in which you need to create a pocket letter and or a shaker card. You can do both if you want, or you can do one or the other. So this is what I came up with, this pocket letter, and I wanted to share with you really quickly what I used before I get into the project. So first and foremost, I used the G45 Portrait of a Lady. I used the 8x8 paper pack, and this pack was winnings from Victorian Dreams by Lee over at her channel. She has a Glue Gun Chronicles, in which I was the winner of her year anniversary of her Glue Gun Chronicles. I will link her channel in the description box below, and this is one of the prizes that she sent me. Is a beautiful collection. So I used that collection. I also used several dies. Let me show you what I did use. I used this peony die, and this is from the Quilt Creations die set. I use this peony die, and I will show you the different. That one is actually, I'll just show you now. That is this particular flower right here. I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but that is that flower. I used the wildflowers from the Quilt Creations. I used this die, and that die is this little flower right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Very hard to see. Okay, that little flower. I use the Spellbinders Bitty Blossoms. Love this die set. I really like it. It created most of the flowers on here. I may have used a Tim Holtz tattered flower die, but I'm not sure if I did or not. But this die set is a must-have. I love this. I also used some lace, some black lace. This lace was gifted to me from Renee at Wanna Scrap. Hi Renee, thank you. She gifted me that. I used some of this lace that I had gotten off of eBay or AliExpress. Very pretty. And I also used some trim that I had gotten from Crafty Kim. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Thank you, Kim. Very pretty. Kim, let me know if you have any more of this in your shop. I want to get some more of this. This is just beautiful. So let me show you what I created. I'll start out here first. I created 3 tassels, and these are just paper tassels. These were really fun to create, and there's 1,000 tutorials on these. Very easy also. And I just took some beads, different kinds of beads that I got at Joann's or Michael's, and I created the little tassel with wire and put that on with one of the split rings. Here's the first tassel I did. I wrapped the top with some paper and then some of this black velvet ribbon. Here's the second tassel I did. I didn't wrap this with the ribbon, but I did wrap it with the paper. It has a little, I think they're called rondelles with the bling in it, if you can see that, and then some more beads dangling down from the center of the tassel. And here's the third one. Took those filigree kind of pieces, beautiful, and put that at the top, and these beautiful beads also. So, and then what I did is basically I cut out pieces to fit in the back. The 3 on top and the 3 on the bottom of the pocket letter are all the same. I ran some lace, some of that bigger lace back here, and a tiny piece of the thin piece of the cardstock, the pattern paper, behind this picture here, and I created this cluster of flowers with my die cuts that I showed you, and then I put some pearls in the center of some of them just to add a little bit of extra. And this is an image from the collection. I took 2 of them because there's 2 sheets of each page. I believe there's 2 sheets of each page. And I cut out the main image and I mounted it onto black cardstock, and then I cut out the second image, this part here. I don't know if you can see that that's dimensioned up, and cut out the flowers, and I just put that on top. This is on the outside of the pocket letter, and I mounted that to the outside of the pocket letter with some foam tape. So these ones are just images of the from the paper collection, and it had a little frame around it. So again, I cut out 2 of the same images, and I just cut out this frame from the second piece of paper and mounted that up. So it's 3-dimensioned on there. Backed it with some more of the beautiful pattern paper, 2 layers of that, and some of that lace that was gifted to me from Renee at Wanna Scrap. In the center here, I created 2 type of shaker pockets with my fuse tool. Well, I did the first one, put some little seed beads and sequins in here, and then I closed that off, put a tiny little piece of layered cardstock and pattern paper on this middle section, and put this little flower on the outside and this little Hello Beautiful that's from the collection. I just put some glossy accents on that and then let it dry and put that on a piece of cardstock here. Then I created another pocket, little pocket with the shaker elements on top of that one. So here I just did again the same thing as over here. Just cut out the frame and layered that up, layered it onto some more pattern paper and that beautiful lace that was gifted to me from Renee at Wanna Scrap. Over here I basically did the same thing as I did up in this corner. Took 2 of the images, cut one out, the base, and put it on some black cardstock. I cut out the second image, just fell asleep, and cut out the second image and layered that up with foam tape onto the first image right on top of the same exact image to give it some dimension. Over here again, I just cut out a bunch of the flowers with the die cuts from either the different pattern paper or black cardstock and created this flower cluster over here. Put a couple of those pearl beads in the centers to add some more dimension to the project. This is that trim. I don't know if you can see that. It runs behind this and on top of that piece of lace that I used again down here. So that's the front. I haven't added the goodies to the back. Oh, let me show you the side real quick. So this is just a piece of black cardstock that I ran on the side of the pocket letter, and this strip here is from the collection. I just cut this out and taped it on over that black cardstock, and I went ahead and punched the holes. So on the back, from this piece over on the front, and when I mounted it with the foam tape, it was showing through to the back. So you could see that foam tape in between. You can still see a little bit of the lace. That didn't bother me so much, but I could see the foam tape. So I took another image from the collection. I layered it onto some black cardstock and just stuck that over so that you couldn't see that. The same was true for down here. So I just kind of layered up some different pieces. I used my Martha Stewart's border punch over here to create a decorative edge on each side. And then I mounted up some cardstock, rounded it off, and then took this saying from the paper collection and mounted that on top. So here's the back. Again, I just, on the edge, I covered that with some black cardstock, and then I took a tiny 1/4-inch piece of the pattern paper and just layered that on top of that. So that is my collection. That is my creation. I hope you guys like it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And go over and check out IAMMAMA24, and her challenge is still going on. You still have time to enter and go show her some crafty love. And again, I appreciate you guys watching and supporting my channel. It means so much to me. You guys keep me going and keep me inspired to keep creating. Thank you all, and have a great night. Toodles.